Thank you for staying with us. We say, is social media making us unhappy? Evidence is mounting that there is a link between social media and depression. According to the Child Mind Institute, teenage and young adult users who spend most time on Instagram, Facebook, and other platforms were shown to have a substantially, that's from 13 to 66% higher rate of reported depression than those who spent the least time. Dr. Maymunah Kadiri Yusuf, or Dr. Maymunah Yusuf Kadiri, popularly referred to as the celebrity shrink, is a multiple award-winning mental health physician and advocate. Remember, you can join the conversation. Twitter us at +TV Africa or at Ways Show Africa 1 with the hashtag Ways, or you send an SMS to 081-803-84663. Thanks for joining us, Dr. Maymunah.
Thank you.
By the way, you're looking so refreshed and
it's a new year.
Yeah.
I'm curious though as to why she's AKA the celebrity shrink. Does it mean that she has like a lot of celebrity clients, or she's the celeb?
I think she should answer that question herself.
Or she's the celeb herself?
Even after the demise of my patient, I sworn the Hippocratic oath. I don't disclose anything. So that's the oath.
So, here we go. That's why you're a professional. That is always your escape.
I got the answer. I got the answer anyway.
But Dr. Maymunah,
thank you.
We know that we cannot run away from social media.
It's here to stay.
It is here to stay, and we have to accommodate it.
Yeah.
How do we go about this?
I think the conversation shouldn't be social media disruption, because this disruption will go way, even the AI, that is artificial intelligence, is not there. Everything is the distraction of social media we should be more concerned about. There's a lot of distraction on social media. Houses have burned because somebody is watching one video on WhatsApp and laughing and forgetting. Children have drowned because the mother is trying to do something on social media and forgot that she was beating her baby, and the baby. There are so many, disadvantages. But even in those disadvantages, there are so many advantages. People are influencing, people are making millions, lives have changed because you are in your bedroom and your product is million miles away. People are paying to your account. So all that is here. But you as an individual will now have to determine what matters to you, and this is where the problem comes from.
Okay, sorry, to take you back to the negative, you were saying people have died.
Yeah.
Is there a psychological proof that makes people prefer to be on social media than, does it release any, you know how many something
endorphins,
release
the happy hormones.
It does.
It does. There's some people that it gives them that rush. That's and the thing about that rush is that when there's that adrenaline pump, you're like, okay, I've posted this, 1 like, oh good, yeah, 2 likes, yeah, 3 likes.
So in that case, the distraction is needed.
To some people, it is very good with their personality. Why for some people, their personality doesn't just fit in. So they post 1 minute, nothing, 2 minutes, nothing, 3 minutes, nothing.
And then they go there.
That's okay. I think I just read this morning, was it this morning, that a 19-year-old or one PhD lady killed herself just because one of her classmates or some of her classmates told her that her picture wasn't good enough.
But isn't that deeply rooted than social media?
Exactly. So the truth is that when those things come into social media, I say, no, don't look at the end result. This person may be having a lot of insecurity issues, low self-esteem, battling with maybe some bad trauma in the past. So the social media just amplifies those things, because in the past there was nowhere for us to release the good, the bad, and the ugly. But now it's in our faces. It's just a click of the button and you see everything happening around the whole world. But people are dealing with a lot of insecurity issues, a lot of trauma, deeply rooted, maybe childhood trauma that they haven't faced, they haven't managed. And then the social media is not telling them this is what is happening. And that, because they're already vulnerable, it's very easy for a vulnerable person to see that someone who is supposed to be an A-star, when Kate Spade and Anthony Burden died, you know, there was an increase in the rate of suicide. Because these are people that people were looking up to. Kate Spade had the business
best life.
Exactly, and then she died. You know, say, oh, me that I'm even Nigeria is not even functioning. I'm begging, what's my life worth?
Yes, because the young girl that committed suicide, Princess Bolufemi,
the youth copper.
The youth copper.
You know, the part that struck me, it broke my heart, Dr. Maymunah. She said, I did this because I see nothing worth living for in this world.
So, you see, when it comes to suicide, the truth is that suicide is 100% preventable. It's just that the people around that young girl didn't see those red flags or those warning signs, or they saw but they trivialized it and felt she couldn't do it.
Honestly,
Or maybe she hid it. Is it possible to hide suicidal
Thoughts,
actions?
yes.
Can you hide it?
Yes, that's why some school of psychology would say the happiest people are the most they are the
Yes.
saddest.
Yeah.
They just cover up because there's smiling depression, there's high functioning depression. So people like that, you just say, oh, but she was so a happy child.
She was so
jovial. So what then happened? So somebody like that, it's just a snap. Suicide thoughts and suicidal ideation and eventually executing is just seconds, and person just takes it to her life. So it's not the fact that that is not the point. You know, say, because this person killed herself or killed himself, and person will go to her. Hello, did the person tell you that he or she wanted
to kill him?
They wanted to just go and let the pain go away.
But we've seen cases where social media is the reason why some people had their groove back.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
So do we now completely tell people to stay on social media?
No. So that's why I said the disruption is there. Is the distraction that should be the conversation, and how your personality can fit into that space. Because if you are the type of person that if you don't have good 7-9 hours, you can't function. Why should you be on social media and on WhatsApp, from WhatsApp to Facebook? I know that thing is so addictive. But let me just check what is happening. Facebook, okay.
Before you know it, 3 hours. What are you saying?
What is 1 hour? 3 hours is down, and then you find yourself you are not productive the way you should be. So you have to understand your kind of person to know. But that is for adults. What then happens to our children?
Hey,
and teenagers. And they're the ones that are more
on that
emotionally
open.
Now some of them have what the carpal tunnel syndrome, you know, their hands are always, some of them have the back pain and so many other things. For the adult, you can say, no, I want to sleep, I need it. But for that child that, you know, is waiting for the likes, for the comments, and nothing is coming, and he feels that, no, there must be some, so they will delete, then put another one.
Again. So what's not the possible solution to curb all of this from like the early starts? And then Sanzio, you can take your question. Sorry. I'm just really so much interested. You know when you're like in a space and then you just want to consume the whole information. So
for us, that is where building resilience, mental agility, self-esteem, self-worth, self-confidence comes in. And that is where I keep telling parents, go back to intentional parenting. You need that. Parenting in the 21st century is tough. I will tell you that for free. It's hard. I'm a therapist. I'm a shrink. But I know how difficult it is managing 2 teenagers in my house. And my daughter, who is 16, is trying to do some things. And my husband is like, I say, oh God, calm down. You see, that is not the way to go. Find a way. Lay down the benefits on the table for this girl to see the point. And as a parent, you must come with superior argument. Your children know so much more. You must be 20 steps ahead of them.
Thank you, Sansi.
Absolutely. No, I think she actually answered part of what I was going to ask earlier, because I was going to put it on based on we're human beings, we need validation. So you brought about the angle of the parents, because most of these kids don't get that, because there is this joy you feel in your heart when your parent tells you, oh, I'm so proud of you, oh, you are so beautiful. But the average parent doesn't always see the need to tell their kids this, so they now go online and they're waiting for Mr. A to say, oh, you're so beautiful, and hashtag love, 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 love. You know, so when I don't get that, and I'm not getting it from my parents either, it's
and it's very easy for them to and it's very easy for them to quickly grab that from somebody who is telling them this. Children also have love languages. They do. So we shouldn't look at your presence can never replace the present. you need to be present, meaning quality time with the children as against your presence. Because, oh, let them buy this, I've paid school fees, I've done that, I've done this. The truth is that they just need that time. That you ask them, how are you doing? What is it? A lot of us, children come back from school and say, how was school today? No, stop asking those, how was school today? Ask, what value did that child add to the school, to a child's life, to another fellow kid's life, as against, did you attend all your classes? Did your teacher? No. I asked my son, who were you kind to today in school?
Wow. Oh, interesting.
Those things. I have written down questions I asked. I said, what good did you do today? How did you know? Because at the end of the day, you need to be able to teach them those empathy. And people are not empathic anymore. Yes. Somebody will come on and say, I want to kill myself. Look at this something. I better kill yourself.
And then when you finally kill yourself, they still don't pity you.
It's like,
they say you go to hell.
Exactly. So let's bring it now, because we have a lot of people that are supposed trolls, and some people just want to create traction. So
yeah, right.
We were having a conversation in the makeup room, and Maury was saying that a certain celebrity, I will not mention her name for confidentiality's sake, that she had marriage had broken up. I said no. I just saw that on her Instagram just yesterday. She celebrated their 10th year anniversary. I said, so why would her marriage break? She's not divorced.
Exactly.
Interestingly, she now checked. You said you saw it in 3 blogs or something.
Yeah, it was I saw it on a blog talking about how the marriage had collapsed, giving us like step to step on how everything went. Only for her to come and post.
And it turned out to be false.
Anniversary,
so now the question we're trying to draw out from this is, we know that in this social media space, there is a lot of fake and there's a lot of reality.
Right, yeah.
So how do we get ourselves to that point where whether it is true, it is not true, I am mentally stable and I'm okay? You understand? Because we need to, because I believe in social media, it is me first. Let me know, if you like, write whatever you want to write. Go and say Dr. Maymunah is whatever. That's your story. I know what is going on.
No, but does that mean, hold on, does that mean that not even for once that any accusation or any cyber troll has ever gotten to you? Because they have gotten to me. As I am in myself,
truly it happens. It happens.
I think the problem is not it getting to you. The problem is you knowing how to manage.
Yeah.
I mean, because we're human.
Yeah.
It should get to
know
you.
most times it's your response that people will see as against the trolls or whatever. Yeah. And that is where anger management comes in, and you telling yourself everything you say you do online, internet wouldn't forget. So at that point, you can even do a social media detox. I tell people sometimes just go off social media.
I'm on it.
And it always works.
It works.
I'm completely off social media right now.
It works. Just do a detox and prioritize your mental health, because you matter.
Even if it's just one day.
One day, yes. Just and see how that will make you focus on other things as against let me check.
How many likes?
More like a mental detox, like your phone, your gadgets.
Take them off.
Okay, so now all these people that are busy creating sensation because they want to gain traction.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Do we ignore them? Because I posted something recently on my social media platform. So on Twitter, somebody now responded and said something about, you're being what's it called? You're a shallow woman. Blah blah blah. Me posting picture in my farmland. And the person now goes like, instead of you to post picture of the oil mill, you are busy posting this. You're so a shallow woman. African women are shallow. You know the funny thing, because I have God bless my husband. My husband, no matter how hot you are, he can bring you down. So he just said, you know what? This kind of people, we reply them with the picture of the finished product. So what I did, by the time I did that, the man just kept quiet, and somebody else now said, excellent response.
Exactly.
This just happened today. Excellent. So now, how do we start to tell people that it is not about them? It is about how you want it. You should be in control of that narrative.
Truly.
No matter what they throw at you should be in control of that narrative.
Because it's not your problem, it's their problem.
Yes.
They are projecting their insecurities on you. So if you let that get to you, you are messed up. Because you're now going back to back, and before you know what is happening, you're on their level, and they'll say, oh, good. Because some people also even have fake accounts just to get at you. And maybe because they have one secret about you in the past. I've gone to a gathering where very successful young lady is doing so well, and then this was school reunion. You know, this school reunion is
another ball game in time.
Then we go there, and everybody was like, "Haley, now good. We saw you. You've done this. You've done that." And then of course our roomie then back used to say, "Nobody even knew they used to piss on the bed."
Wow, oh dear. Wow.
And I came with my hammer and whatever, and I gave her a thorough dress. I made her understand what she did was wrong, and it was almost not becoming. I said, look, you were jealous, you are envious, you are bitter. And I had to let her know, look, your insecurities, you can't, because that girl was not like, she wanted to, and I came in as a guest to talk to the reunion people. But I had to make her understand that you can't bring this girl down just because of your insecurity.
So upgrade yourself.
Yes, you can't, because that girl already, you could see her already going and disappearing and wanted to run away. People are there like that, wanting to bring people down. And if you allow them into your space, it destroys you, it gives you sleepless night, you become anxious, and sometimes depression starts setting in. That's not true. Because you outrightly want to be depressed, because of what the social media is making you go through.
I want to take you back to your initial statement, because you said something about some people, this kind of validation is good for them because of their personality type. Now, there's an SMS from a guest, a viewer. It says, "Hello, Ways. I noticed my 10-year-old is so sensitive now, so emotional, concerned about likes on his picture. How do I handle this?" You know, because of his personality. So now he's becoming a lot more sensitive. Is it happening because of his age? Because he's growing? Or what exactly? Because even my own son, he's 13. He stays up till 3 a.m. chatting with his friends because some of his classmates, they've relocated out of the country. So the time zone or whatever. I'm wondering, how can we manage these children? Because he's also an emotional child.
He's 10-year-old. You shouldn't be on social media. I'm sorry.
I was going to ask, at what age should we start letting
So their age for social media, teenage age, by the time they are 13, 45, I think I won't have that slide in one of my digital intelligence training where YouTube, yes, let it be guided. Because at the end of the day, a 10-year-old looking for likes and being sensitive is going to destroy that child's self-esteem. So let's not get it twisted. We parents, we need, all hands have to be on deck to make sure that your child, even if you are giving him a phone, give him a phone that you can call and receive text and resend it, not social media,
these kids
not
have
a smartphone.
To these things in school, you know, even if you don't give them at home, they can always get it, and then you want your kids to always be free with you. So what measures can these parents really take? That is the discussion.
That is the intentional parenting. You have to, you see, when you are discussing with your children, if the child is 3-year-old, behave like a 3-year-old. You have to put yourself into their own shoes so you understand the angle. They may tell you some things that you want to, you know, but respect yourself, because if you don't hold yourself, they will zip up and they may never
shut down.
Discuss that with you again. And you have to get your partner on that same page. A lot of the mothers may be on the same page with the children, but their fathers don't get it. They are like, you are the one indulging them. They won't understand that you are trying to get them to say all the things, extract everything from them, so you know how. Follow your child on social media if he's a teenager. But don't go there and be making remarks and comments.
Just observe.
Observe and use it to do family meeting after Sunday church, after eating rice.
They'll block you.
Exactly. And you say, do you know
you.
the things I saw on social media is that child? But you know, you have to bring it in a way that it's not you, but this is what I've been reading. This is, and you see the child, of course, the non-verbal expression will say, did my mommy see this? Because Zainab on social, that is my child, we go to social media and put one name that I will never think
is her name.
So I will not even know who she is.
I was going to say that because a lot of them realize that mommy and daddy are following me, so they go and create another
account. Don't go and make comments. Don't go there and use, I saw you posted. By the time you use those ones as talk, and then you know, when you use as if they're using it to massage their body, let it then know the benefits, the good, the bad, and the ugly that may come out from it. You may be surprised that they will now understand that these things are not really good. But every time you did this, you shouldn't have done this, you shouldn't have said, this one, I beg, let me just block out.
So there is also this issue of the fear of missing out. Like a lot of young people would say, oh, I want to do this. You know, your parents could be telling you, no, it's not time. It's not. But if the person is doing it, if I don't do it, I'll feel like I'm missing out, and it's my generation, it's my time, and all that. How do parents handle that particular syndrome?
The truth is that fear of missing out, even adults, is even worse on us. For more, it's worse. I
think so too.
It's worse on us. Adult pressure now, from what I see on observation and from the little researches we are doing, is worse on us. Your friend has bought a Benz. You don't even have the maintenance for a Toyota. You want to buy the Benz. So the truth is that for children, their brains are still developing. So it's easy to mold it to what it is. It's not what you say your children are following, it's what you do. So do the way you want your children to be. Let them know that even this social media, when it's time for you to talk to your child, drop the phone and focus.
Actually.
And then the one that, so what did you say? I'm listening.
No. Okay, so what if it's now the parent who is going through the fear of missing out?
That's the thing. So there's no way you can give your child, you can't give what you don't have. You can't. So a lot of us, the children are following our footsteps, but they will come out and be crying words. My child did this. What are you doing? What should you be doing differently? And your children, don't compare. Child A will be different in personality and everything. Child B, my 3 children, the middle one is more emotional. Hugs you, this. The first one, if you don't, our own is words of affirmation. We say you look beautiful, you are pretty, you are this, you did well in this, but you should have done. It's trouble. It is in fact, it's as if there's nothing I'm doing. I'm not doing well in this house. I wash plate. I did this. Nobody appreciated me. Just one thing. Don't compare. Just be there. Do what you know is right and follow it. Children don't just bring things from outside. It's what you are doing.
What you see.
Children that are rude outside, look inward. Their parents are also, they talk anyhow to the people that live with them, and they are arrogant towards people, and you think the child just manufactured it from anywhere. No. They are your children anyway.
Wow. So this conversation, I don't think we can even exhaust it. But you see, now, mental health is real.
It is.
And I'm happy that Nigerians are beginning to be receptive to that ideology that it is not a foreign disease. We have it here. We have it big time.
We need to be more receptive.
And the conversation has to be louder.
It has to be louder. And that's why, for us here, we will keep on talking about it. You know.
Very important.
So tell us, what are the simple things that we can do to detox?
And maintain our sanity.
Like Sanzi went off social media. She unfollowed plenty people.
Yeah, a week I counted. I unfollowed like about almost 80-something people. I'm like, you're not good for me. Off. You're not off.
Truly. Likewise, WhatsApp.
So
that WhatsApp is the worst.
WhatsApp is it rude once they put you in the group?
It's not rude. It's for
yourself.
Prioritize your mental health. You are the person that matters here. So WhatsApp are not just good for your mental health. Either they are quarreling, they are fighting.
In the groups?
In the groups, especially. And they are discussing some things that are not useful to you. You don't need that. Take yourself, detox. The thing about eat healthily, do exercise, sleep 7 to 9 hours, we've all heard all that. The truth is that we need all of us a healthy support system around us. Don't just a support system, a healthy. So people that we close to see that Miss Nigeria shouting for as if we need hype men and hype women.
Like I instantly fell in love with her.
That will tell you, hey, yes, support.
Okay, now I'm happy you brought us there. So now we have a situation where we're here, we're friends, and all of that, and how do we manage other people's success? You see me like this, Dr. Maymunah. I will be that Miss Nigeria. Like I know how to hype people,
but people will not.
When somebody is insecure, how do you really help that person? Because I mean, no matter what the person and their accomplishments, if I'm insecure, I can never see myself successful around because I'll keep on looking at her success and I'm focused on her and comparing.
No, but the truth is that
and you might even have more.
Exactly.
You might even have
but you are blind to your own success.
The truth is that there's one thing about success. People want you to be successful.
But more successful than them.
The problem.
So the truth is that if you have such friends, that is why they said things change. in life. Your circle now may not be your circle in the next 2-3 years.
Absolutely.
Your circle, it's not that you are taking them away, but you have reached that stage where you know that this circle will not let you get to the height you want to get. So you may decide to be moving up. Not that you are neglecting them, but the fact that
you have to grow.
You have to grow. My mantra this year is we move. We grow.
I love it.
We go super mega. You just have to. Their insecurity they are projecting on you will never let you move.
So do we just leave a friend in need? Because I don't like.
No, you don't. You can't even leave them.
Okay.
You have to let them see what they are not seeing.
Okay.
How?
You let them see. Look, especially what you just told Anna, that they may even be more successful, but they are not seeing it. Give them homework and say, write down all what you are. Like now, one exercise we did December 31st in my house. 2010 to 2019, write all the good, the bad, and the ugly. Then 2020 to 2029. My child said, but I was just 1 year old. I said, just write anything. And because that is the way we know what we were good at, what issues, and then how, because everybody needs to be together on the same page. If you tell that your friend to write those things down, you'll be amazed. Even her will start discovering so many things she should be grateful for, but she wasn't. Let them see, because it's also the way we do exercises. The brain also do brain gymming. By the time they put it down, they say, okay, all these things. Achievement. So you not let that friend see all those achievements. Because if you have to keep pulling everybody together, and some people are pulling you down, you can never be on the same page. You will never move.
I think personally for me, my solution when it comes to mental health, aside from blocking people that are not good for me, is no, blocking is like the easiest thing for me. Pew, and you're gone. I've learned to maintain this constant sense of gratitude. Like when people do things for me, I'll be the first person to say thank you, and I've learned to just open up my heart to love people. So even if you hurt me or you do something, just love people, respect people, and it's just easier for you to overlook a couple of things.
Truly, be grateful. You are awake, you are alive, you are a survivor. Those things. Do you know how many people are on oxygen?
Yeah, but people don't necessarily know this thing. It's until it's taken away from you. That's why you now start to realize all the gifts that you have.
The freedom we have sitting down here. Do you know how many people that are in prison that they are waiting trial? They don't even know the reason why they are in prison. They went to look for a neighbor who they didn't see. Then police came and just packed everybody.
Sure.
Yeah. And they are there awaiting trial 5 years. That freedom to celebrate those things, we need to let people understand the little things that matter.
So when you look at all these things, you realize that I don't have to be insecure because a friend on Instagram is being an influencer and I'm just in school praying to get a job.
Well, we have said it that we will keep this conversation, and thank you so much, Dr. Maymunah, because on such you're just coming from a trip and you've not even rested. We've dragged you out on a Sunday evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
But please, we would like to bring you back. We want you to be our constable, because we really need to help people out there. There's somebody out there now looking at other people's successes on social media and trying to commit
suicide. And many of them are audio.
Do you understand? So
audio. Yes. And these people that are comparing have like the real stuff.
Yes.
This life is just.
I know somebody that has traveled around the world. He will never. You can never catch him post anything on social media. Meanwhile, he has visited any country you want to think about in this world.
Oh, wow.
You understand? So sometimes people need to see you that are out there. Most of these things, they bring things forward. Sometimes they are looking for endorsement. That's why they will put that they are in Paris. You don't know that, and you are not comparing yourself with people that are trying to create a persona, a lifestyle
for themselves.
So please, social media is good, but you have to stay safe. In case you missed today's quote, they say, "Do not Facebook your problem." Right? Face it. All right. So watch a repeat broadcast of this episode at 3 p.m. tomorrow, and you can remember to catch us live Fridays to Sundays at 8 p.m. as we continue to bring thought-provoking and informative conversations to your screen. We love you guys, and please, social media is good, but stay safe. So remember, you can continue the conversation on our own social media platform. Let's hear what you say. All right, bye.